I'm going to go ahead with the meeting beginning ritual now. 起立，面向佛堂，参加先鞠躬，一鞠躬，再鞠躬，三鞠躬，参加各位的传习鞠躬，开班一鞠躬，请坐下。Please be seated.
And good morning, everyone, and welcome. I have to start, Alex, by saying that I am surprised and amazed and so impressed by your talk today. I've not had the pleasure of hearing you previously, and the breadth and depth of your message was just fantastic. And your topic was one that's near and dear to my heart. Really, that was just excellent. Thank you so much. Welcome, everybody. I am coming to you from scenic Indian Shores, Florida. My family and I are finally on vacation after a really long last 6 months, a period of time that's seen a lot of change, a fair amount of trauma, a lot of issues, and a whole bunch of living. And that's kind of the reason why there isn't my usual presentation on the screen, because I wanted to take a few moments and talk to you about what some of those things mean. Over the months, I've gotten an awful lot of email and messages from you guys expressing your concern, your support, your wishes, thoughts, prayers, and hopes, and I appreciate all of them. I truly do. But I think it's important within this forum to understand that it is the nature of our existence for things to change, for things to happen, for the wheel to turn, if you will. Apparently, this year was meant to be a period of transition and changes in my life, and boy, has it ever been. But despite some of the problems, it has not been a bad year, nor has it been overburdensome or terribly traumatic for us. In our lives, whether we want to acknowledge it or not, I've been shown in graphic detail that death can call for us at any time, that there are no guarantees for tomorrow. Tomorrow's a hope and not a promise. I've learned that sometimes that's actually merciful. I watched my dad go through end-stage Alzheimer's, and the transformation that caused in him was striking, and there were some unexpected changes that occurred in him that I never would have seen coming, but only could have occurred, I think, as a result of something so rough on a person. At the end, he found peace, and peace is a wonderful thing. I kind of hope and pray that when it comes my time to pass, that I find the same peace that I saw on his face. I've learned that conflict and all of the issues and problems and controversies that we put ourselves in over the course of our lives are largely meaningless, and that change is a constant for us. In the last few months alone, I've managed to have 2 more cardiovascular stents installed in my left circumflex artery and been left with a heart arrhythmia they can't control. And so once again, my life has changed. It's not going to kill me anytime soon, but it certainly does make a difference in how I live my life. I have been forced to slow down because being in too much of a hurry, being too quick to rush into getting anything done too fast causes my heart to not beat normally anymore. It's a really, really interesting awakening. But it's also an educational moment and period that taught me that sometimes slower is better. It wasn't scary for me when that happened. It isn't scary for me now. The prospect of dying isn't something that I fear. But I've learned, once again, in very granular detail, that we should all fear never having lived. Our life is a precious and wonderful gift. I watched the sun come up over the Gulf this morning at 5:45, and it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. It's something I love to see. I'm up at 5:45 every morning anyway. And it reminded me yet again that our lives are full of joy and beauty and wonder, that we live in an environment that is special and unique and wonderful all unto itself. But I might never have really stopped to consider that deeply had I not been slowed down by my own doggone heart. Life has a way of doing that to us. It is truly good to be back. Despite the changes, despite the rough patches, it's very good to be back. I suppose some folks might have a significant crisis of faith when some of these events come along. But it's important for us to remember that sometimes we're at the top of the wheel and sometimes we're at the bottom. But most of the time we're somewhere else in the middle, either on the top heading down or the bottom heading up. But we actually spend very little time on the top of the wheel or the bottom. We spend very little time in ecstatic good fortune and very little time in torturous misfortune. Even those two states are states of transition and change. I'm going to mark the passing of my 58th year soon. And it's astounding how much I've seen over those few short years. It's amazing how much the world has changed over that period of time. It's amazing how unchanged some things remain. And so I look out the window of the balcony here with a continuing and renewed sense of hope, and a sense that everything will be just exactly as it should be. and that's good. I do appreciate all of the messages and the emails and the thoughts and sentiments and concern. I always appreciate it when people either let me know that I'm doing good or I'm doing not so good, or that they liked a talk or didn't like a talk. Either way, at least it lets me know that what I say has an effect on people from time to time. And hopefully what we do here is beneficial and helpful to everyone. That's kind of why we do it. And I look forward to continuing this for a long time to come. I'm going to miss y'all next Sunday because I'll be driving home. But after that, I expect that we'll all be together, hopefully for a very long time. And it's really quite wonderful to see a new addition to the group of presenters. Alex, that was just tremendous. Like you, the Civil War is something I find fascinating. And although I also find Lao Tzu fascinating, I hadn't really ever made the association between all things Civil War and warfare related and Chapter 46 at quite that level. That was remarkably interesting and wonderful to hear. So after next week, we'll explore some of these things in perhaps a bit more detail, and hopefully get some wisdom and some insight from some of those events. Thank you all very much for having me back and for allowing me to share with you. And I look forward to being around for a long time to come. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Bill. There's a great outpouring of love and affection and also welcome for your return. Here, sitting in this room with me is Master William, and I know for a fact that he's very happy to hear your voice.
Thank you very much. I'm really also happy to be back.
A profound message from Walt, who says, as one who has dealt with my own health problems, I commend you on your attitude toward living. The notion that one should not fear death but fear living is profound. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Also from Tim, it's great to have you back, Bill, and your words are wise and inspiring. From Pamela, welcome back, Bill. From Jeff, it's great to hear from you again, Bill. So, and I'm sure that is a sentiment echoed up and down through this internet conference.
Thank you guys so much.
Let's go ahead and do the meeting ending ritual, everybody. 起立，面向佛堂，持架三鞠躬，一鞠躬，再鞠躬，三鞠躬，持架规格是一鞠躬，接班一鞠躬。Okay, everybody, we are done.
Participate in the Tao meeting by joining us online. For information, go to taoism.net/Tao